Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Peak Pro Diamond Dab of the day. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining me. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, which I know you will, hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I appreciate all the comments, and I'm getting caught up on those things. Let's get started with today's topic. Well, we've all done it. We've all failed in life at something. We're all great people, wonderful people, doesn't matter. Male, female, old, young. We've all failed sometime. You know you can bounce back in life after failure. You don't have to sit there and take it, roll over on your belly and play dead. So if you fail to achieve something that you aspired to, maybe it's a test or a job, or even in your romantic lives, personal lives, you're at a juncture. There are two paths for you to consider. Sit and whine about it, do nothing to change, or bounce back. Well, hopefully, the reason we're talking about this is it indicates that we're all part of the latter category. Let's discuss ways to bounce back in life, no matter what hits you. Well, I can do it, and I will. That is beyond doubt the first thing you need to tell yourself every single day. I can do it, and I will. Maybe even the first thing every morning, every single morning. Waking up reinvigorated. Reinforce yourself. It's a brand new day out there. There's so much for me to do. Now is the time. I can neither change my past nor my future, but boy, I can do something today and shape it. So I can do it, and I will. Chalk out your plan. For anything that you want to achieve, be it a skill, a test, job, getting in better shape, learning to drive, you need a plan. Chalk it out. Sketch it out. That's your next step. And it's based on your goal, whatever it is. Talk to people that know about it. Get some resources about the goals you want to achieve and come up with a plan with your timeline and goals. The resources that you possess, and most importantly, your strengths. Remember, break down a significant task into smaller chunks. We've always talked about that. It fosters self-belief, and it keeps the next goal actually in sight. Keep up your plan, and even break it down further, a week and a day, into the hours and the minutes. Because let's say your goal is to get in shape to run 5K marathon. Your plan has to be starting out with getting around the block, then getting around 5 blocks, then running 3 miles, then running 2 miles faster. There are a lot of things you have to do. It's a progression, and you got to keep track of your goal. The biggest mistake people make is to think you have time. Before you realize it, all your time will be gone. And unfortunately, we know time is the one resource we cannot conserve. Procrastination is also addictive, and you'll get better at it with each day that passes. You will have convinced yourself that you can do it. Don't worry, your backlog of tasks is something that I can, but you know it's going to get 10, 20, 50 things long eventually. The real doer is your mind. Make it a habit to work to finish your target for the day. And that will become the base of building your confidence and belief in self and who you are. And remember to reward yourself for sticking to your plan and achieving progress day by day. Getting yourself on track is easier than keeping yourself there. Remember to check your progress on a periodic basis. You may not be exactly where you planned yourself to be, but as long as you're within a range of the planned goal, you're okay. Reward yourself for the progress you've made instead of worrying about saying, I haven't made it all the way there. You know what? I have made it. I'm where I am. And I'm consistent in my progress, so I'm gonna make it. So celebrate those small wins. You don't have to wait for the big crescendo. And many of us maybe heard a story about the frog that climbed to the treetop while most of the other frogs kept shouting that it was impossible for a frog to do that. Well, the reason it was able to reach the top is that it was deaf. That's right. It couldn't listen to the negative comments, and it was only finished the goal it wanted to do. It knew no other way. A frickin' frog. It applies to anyone. Keep one's mind clear and positive. That is critical. If you keep listening to the people around you, the naysayers, seeking their approval, it will impede your progress. What we see, hear, and whom we choose to be around are major contributors to our thoughts. So observing who you spend time with, it's very important to keep you on your path. So it's always good to have friends or acquaintances whose company keeps you motivated. Avoid the distractions if you can. That's right. Keep your eyes set on whatever that goal is. I fell down in my health. Well, eat better. I'm doing it. Find ways to reduce your pain. I'm trying. And you can't compare yourself to others. Your life is yours, and you're never going to swap it for anyone else. I don't know why the guy even existed that did Deal a Meal. Okay, Richardson. I don't even know why he was there. And all those videos he did, because he's trying to tell people to be like him. Nobody's going to be like him. They're going to be themselves, and they're still going to be great. And guess what else? The best resources that you have may not necessarily bring the whole result you want, but it's the attitude, the motivation that makes you come up with the best results. You, we, I, me are the masters of our life, and nobody else can make it better than we can. So, to get up from our failures, work on the weaknesses. Do not run from them. What made you fail? What do you think it was? Running away from the problem will only make it bigger. It's much better to confront it once and for all. And by golly, you got to reflect on where you started. And even if you failed and you're falling and you failed, look where you fell from and what you failed doing. Look how far you came. It's amazing to see what hurdles you've crossed to get where you are today. It was by your own determination and your dedication that you're here right now. That does not and did not happen by accident. We got up from failure and acted and made it happen. So waiting to have things happen didn't bring you here. Your efforts and hard work did. Give yourself a hand, because you will achieve your goal and dream. You are a positive reality. There's no better day than today to start the journey. Remember, stay happy and stay positive. That's the vitamin pill that we need to take every single day when we try to get up from falling down and failing. Well, this is the real Senior Stoner reaching into his diamond bucket, and I'm going to put out a nice amount into the bucket of the Puffco Peak Pro so we can take a really nice set of hits and get some clouds going. Let's put some vapor out there for everybody to see. And you know, everybody fails. Matter of fact, I'm convinced now that if you haven't failed, you haven't tried at anything. If you haven't failed, you haven't won at anything. It's almost like a breath of air. Everybody has to breathe. The heart beats. Everybody has to have it happen. Everybody has to fail. It's how we do it after we fail that determines what we really are. So let's all get up from those failures and remember what we got to and how we got here, and that we are successful people. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, tasty. Remember, failure is not the end. It's the beginning. Thanks for joining me today. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I definitely respond to all those comments. The Real Senior Stoner. Cheers.